Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have something that I don't normally do. I mean, I always like tinkering and fixing stuff, but I don't usually talk about gym equipment here on this channel. But I found a solution to repair my elliptical, and I feel like it's really good information for somebody out there who's trying to do the same thing. So the issue is, with some of the older Nordictrack ellipticals that have that, I think they call it a power ramp or whatever, the wheels wear out, and Nordictrack charges $85 a wheel if you can even find them. They're discontinued all over the place. So $85 per wheel, and there's 4 wheels. That's really more than the unit's actually worth these days. So I didn't want to spend that just to repair and keep this elliptical. So I started doing some searching online. After a little bit of work, I found a blog post of somebody showing how to do this. He went through a little bit more of a complicated method than what I'm going to show you here. This is so simple, and it's only going to cost you, I think I paid 20 bucks, something like that, for some rollerblade wheels. But to start off, I'll show you the issue. In my left hand is the original wheel that it came with. This one has started to crack. It's right there. And then these two have already shattered. All of the black stuff that's on here, this rubber, has just dried out and just flaked off, made a mess in my room. And this is all that's left of this wheel right here. So I found online that people were suggesting just getting some rollerblade wheels. The issue is, though, that this takes a 3/8 inch bolt. And the rollerblade wheels, which are right here, takes a 1/4 inch bolt. So that's obviously a problem, and you can't drill this out to make it any larger or anything. And the solutions that I saw online on this blog post was to go out and get a different bolt and try to get one that matches up perfectly to this, but he had a hard time, so he lined the bolt with a little piece of copper tubing just to fill up the space in there. It looked like a lot more work, and I saw one comment with somebody asking him if you can replace the bearings. So that's what I did. I did that on one set of wheels already. I have it upstairs. I swapped them out, and it worked. I was able to tap these out, no problem. It all just went so well that I thought I should show you guys in case anybody else out there in the world has the same issue with their CX900 line of Nordictrack ellipticals. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. But first, I'll take you inside to the elliptical, and I'll show you how to remove the wheels from the elliptical, and then we'll come back down here. So here we are inside my house, and this is my elliptical that I have here. This pair of wheels are the old set. They've already started to show a little bit of wear on there, and they will flake off like what happened on the other side. And over here, you can see I have the brand new rollerblade wheels. They fit in here perfectly, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. There's a little bolt right there, and on this side, and you just need 2 crescent wrenches, and put one here and one here, and you're going to unscrew this. It's just a normal bolt, so you're going to have to go counterclockwise. So that's what I'm going to do now. All right, so I've got the bolt out on the left side over here. I'm just going to put that aside for now. You will want to have some blue Loctite when you put this all back together. I used it on that side when I just completed that. But now, if I can do this one-handed, there is the bolt. You can see that tiny bolt gets screwed right into there, and actually there is a crack right there. So that shows you this one is starting, and it doesn't take long. It's just going to start flaking apart. And like I said, Nordictrack wants $85 per wheel. It's just crazy. And why throw the machine away? It's good otherwise. Dusty, but it works. So that's why I decided to show you guys this so you know how to fix it yourself. So I have my 2 wheels here, and then you have this little spacer that goes right here. I'll show you when we put this all back together, but you want to make sure that you get this on correctly, seeing as how we're here. I'll show you right now. So you can see how this ball bearing is recessed on this side a little bit. That goes onto this side right here. So you want to make sure you get that right, otherwise the wheel won't spin as nicely. We won't need to replace that bearing because it is working, but we will take both of these down to my garage and we will tap out these bearings. All right, so here are the wheels. I'll have a link in the description below on how to get these from Amazon, but we'll start by tapping out the ball bearings on these new wheels. All we have to do is just take a small flathead screwdriver, you stick it through, and I'm going to be tapping out the other side. Just lightly tap it, and that side just popped out. Just as easy as that. The first time I did this, I used some oil but it really wasn't needed, and it just kind of made a mess. So I didn't really need that. We're not going to use these bearings that it comes with, because like I said, again, this is the wrong diameter on the inside. But I'll put them aside. Maybe I'll find them useful for a different project or something. Same thing, we're just going to tap this out on the other side. All right, so both of these rollerblade wheels are empty. We'll put those aside for right now. Now I have to work on the original wheels. And now with these, there is a spacer in between these two wheel bearings. And I actually have one right here. We're not going to use this. It's really not needed. I don't know why they have it there, but yeah, so this basically just went in between the bearings. We're not going to use that, but what that means is that there's not a little space there for the flathead screwdriver. So I just took the same pin that came with the elliptical, and I'm just kind of lifting it up a little bit so the edge of it just catches the bearing. So I'm lifting up on that. See, and then it starts coming out. So I'm just going to do that again to get it the rest of the way. Just get a little upward pressure. There it goes. And there's the spacer. So here is the bearing, and we're going to reuse this. And the spacer we're not going to need. We're just going to put that aside. So now you can see the bearing is out on this side, and we're just going to do the same thing and tap this through and get the other side out. So there's the old junky wheel. We're going to leave that aside, and we're going to grab our rollerblade wheels again. It doesn't matter which side is face up or face down. They both look to be exactly the same on the inside and outside. But you just take this and you drop it and kind of center it. And rather than just like tapping it in like this, you could get it uneven. I just have a piece of steel laying around. I guess you could probably also use a 2x4 or something like that. And I just put it right on there and tap that in. And that's how it goes in. So I'm going to do the same thing for this side. Again, just try to get it so it's level, so it goes in there straight. Got lots of crap on my bench, it's bouncing all over the place. And there you have it. There's one fixed wheel. I won't have to go out and buy any new bolts or do anything crazy with spacers. They just fit in there perfectly. It's really awesome. I'm so glad this worked out. I already have the other two wheels installed, as you saw in the last clip. I'm going to do the fourth and final wheel, and then we'll take both of these wheels up and we'll install it back onto the elliptical, and we'll show you how to do that as well. All right, here we are back at the elliptical. So I'm just going to slide this right through that hole, and we're going to take this spacer. Remember, the recessed side is going to have to be on the inside here, so you want this to be outside, so this is in contact with the outside wheel and bearing. So it goes right in there. Put the new one on. Okay, so then we've got our little bolt here, and I'm going to take a little dab of Loctite, and you want the blue stuff, so it is removable. It did come with some blue Loctite on it from the factory. It's got a little dab on there, and we're going to thread it right back in. Alright, so I tightened it down by hand, and now I'm just going to use my 2 wrenches to tighten it down a little bit more. I have no idea about a torque rating, like how tight this should be, but just do it enough so that the wheels still spin. It's kind of awkward. These little bolts are not easy to grab onto, but it's doable. Okay, that seems like about as tight as I would want to go, so they don't spin freely, but I think it'll be okay. I can always use the extra resistance in my workouts. And there we go. I think they'll loosen up a bit more and they'll roll a little bit better as it gets used. Well, there you have it. This has been down for about a week, and now it's all fixed. I guess I have no more excuses not to work out. Hope this helped you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.